the Zeitgeist Podcast. Today, I am dressed as the Skull King to give you our first SCP story. Greg is getting his merchandise, but he doesn't understand what he's about to get into. I'm just a representative. You probably knew that already. I'm just the face for the people that make the real decisions. Am I me? Who knows? Maybe I'm just a puppet. Maybe I'm all of them at once. What do you think, Smiley?
I think you are trying too hard with this cold open.
That's wrong. You know, we really need to give you an SCP number.
How about SCP-you?
I still want it to be SCP-6969, but that's taken.
Welcome to the Zeitgeist Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Bone Zone. Hello, welcome to the Zeitgeist Podcast. My name is Nick.
Is it? Is that your name right now?
Not right now.
What is your name right now?
I'm just an administrator right now.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Greg. I am an innocent bystander in whatever's about to happen.
Well, right now, we're in a pocket dimension, like you mentioned in a previous episode.
Yes.
I'm the administrator. I look like your friend, Nick, but I'm not. I'm actually a very powerful entity that doesn't like humans, but you're pretty cool.
Oh, thanks. I should let you know, I'm actually a tall white.
That's racist.
I am a tall white. What can I say?
No, you're right. And
Why would you say it's racist for me to say what I am?
Because I'm relating it back to the alien species.
I know, but I'm just saying
Being in this body makes me act like Nick. I apologize.
It's weird, right? It's weird. No, but like if I like walked up to you and like, you know, like say I was like a Japanese person, right? And I say like I'm Asian and you go, that's racist. It's like,
you know what?
Hell,
You're
man.
right.
What's wrong with me being who I am, you know?
You're right. Smiley, please execute me. Please execute Nick, actually.
Yeah, Nick deserves it.
And then a gunshot, you just hear in the background. So what we're doing today, we're diving into the world of SCP. And why am I dressed in this? Because I think it looks cool. And I'm also not the Scarlet King, but also just an administrator, part of the group. I'm also an administrator for the O5 Council. They are very important people. They are actually in charge of the SCP. No one knows who they are, so I represent them.
You realize this is a podcast. People are gonna know who you are.
Yes, people are gonna know who I am.
It's supposed to be secret.
SCP is a public website.
That's true, but the people on the O5 Council, you just said, nobody knows who they are.
Well,
you just doxed yourself.
No, I know who they are. The O5 Council, everyone knows who the O5 Council is. No one knows who the members of the O5 Council are. I'm a representative of the O5 Council.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just saying.
I'm just the face for the public. These stories have been deemed okay to read by the council, and that's why I'm here.
I see.
And that's why I brought Smiley along with me and gave him to you guys, you know.
I thought we caught him.
I caught him.
You? Or Nick?
Let's get to the story.
I don't understand what's happening anymore.
So, first thing you need to learn about SCP. There are many different classifications for objects, entities, and it can range from something ethereal, something that is mental, something that is a cognitohazard. Do you know what a cognitohazard is?
I know what an incognito hazard is. Hey-ho.
So the SCP, what is it? It is an organization that basically is dedicated to secure, contain, and protecting humanity and its way of life. Basically, every spooky thing you can think of, they're there to make sure you don't know about it or to make sure that you're given the proper amnestics to forget about it. Amnestics are a drug that is basically like the Men in Black neuralizer. Exactly. So you take it, you forget. So the most important thing about SCP is there are classifications for entities. There is safe, which is a object that can exist and does not need containment. It is safe to be around. It may do harmful things if you interact with it, but it can just exist and it's not really going to do much. In fact, some SCPs are used to contain other SCPs, which is its own category called thomule, I believe, which is a SCP that has to contain another SCP to keep it safe. Because I'm getting ahead of myself. So they're safe. Those are like the basic ones. A classic one that doesn't really have much to delve into. I don't remember the specific SCP off the top of my head. Please don't shoot me. It is a machine that is a vending machine or is a coffee dispensing machine, and it has like a keyboard, and you can type in any liquid and it will dispense that liquid. You can put in liquid plutonium. It'll dispense liquid plutonium. You can dispense the blood of Christ. It'll give you the blood of Christ. They DNA tested it, and it's the blood of Christ.
Oh,
What they had to test it against, I have no idea.
that's a good question.
It was actually that rag that they found.
Oh,
the
yeah,
tomb.
the Shroud of Turin?
Yes,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name.
That's what the Catholics call it, I think.
Yeah, I believe they tested that in comparison. It was a match. Not to mention Jesus is also an SCP anyway. So,
He's on there?
oh yeah,
What number is he?
let's find out.
I'm very curious that somebody wrote a Jesus SCP.
He is SCP-029J,
Oh, he gets a J.
Mhm.
Okay.
and he's actually classified as Euclid, which brings me to my next point.
I
That's
don't
the
know what
next
that is.
classification.
Okay.
So after safe, there's Euclid, which means they must be contained, and they can be contained within a box. It means you can put them in a box, keep them away, and it's safe.
Okay.
And it's contained. But if it gets
Gotcha.
out of the box, we're screwed, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay.
we are able to contain it.
I'm assuming a box of any size. Like, we're not talking like a little, Home Depot.
Well, when
kind
I
of
say
box.
box, I mean like a basically something to put it in to keep
Right.
it away. It's like a cage,
That
a
makes
concrete,
sense.
whatever. Like,
Yeah, because I'm thinking there's a lot of things I could fit in a box if I had a big enough box.
and you can put that box inside of another box.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if it's like, all right, say like a mountain, right, is an SCP, but I got a pretty big box.
Oh,
I'm so immature. I'm not, but I've got a container large enough to fit the mountain into it. That counts, right?
okay. So really quick, SCP Jesus. He was a Middle Eastern man that was seen at a restaurant turning water into wine as a party trick, and then was picked up by the SCP Foundation when they tracked his Uber request back to his hotel in New Jersey. This is so dumb.
What? So, Euclid. What is next?
Euclid's like medium, and then there's Keter or Keter, so Keter. So
Okay.
it's kind of like pecan, Keter, Keter. I say Keter because it's just what I like. That's basically the most dangerous one. Basically, so Euclid you can put in a box and leave it there and forget about it. Keter, they can be contained, but it has to be constantly like updated, monitored, guarded. Like it's constant containment. Like sometimes even like a constant like force of something to keep it contained. And most of the time, there's stuff that can't contain it, because when that happens, it goes to if it shows up, we're just dead. Like there's nothing you can do. It's apocalypse.
Okay.
And it can't be contained. So Thomule and Apocalypse or whatever, there's only like a couple of those that exist, and those are like the big bads. And so safe, Euclid, Keter. So it's basically not dangerous, kind of dangerous, and then extremely dangerous. Like this guy was Keter.
Oh,
Yeah, but not anymore. Now he's safe.
Okay.
Now he's considered.
but we contain him in a box.
You know what? He's actually be Euclid now that I
Yeah.
got him. Once when he wasn't in the box, he was Keter. But now that I
Got
got him
it.
in here, he's Euclid. He's
Okay.
neutralized. He's not
Got
going
it.
nowhere,
Got it.
right?
Suck my you millennial cringe nugget.
So today we're covering one of my favorite SCPs, and it's a really good one. It's SCP-354 Class Keter, dubbed the Red Pool. Item SCP-354, Object Class Keter, Special Containment Procedures. Due to SCP-354's immobile nature, Area 354 has been built around it. Area 354 houses forces and D-Class personnel. I forgot to mention, D-Class personnel are basically death row inmates that they just use in experiments. Like, they're disposable things to throw into
Dark.
stuff. So basically, if you're on death row and you say, hey, we can give you an opportunity. I mean, they say, if you live, you get your freedom. But there's like one guy that's lived. It's basically, they're going to
But
use you in a
compared
crazy
to
experience.
certain death, I don't know.
True. I mean, like you could go out in a cool way. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I'd take it, but not for certain ones.
Not for
But-
some of them.
So, D-Class personnel prepared to deal with threats emerging from SCP-354, as well as researchers studying 354 and its properties. For their own safety, non-site personnel are to approach SCP-354, are not to approach SCP-354 at any time. Direct interaction with SCP-354 is permitted only for the purpose of research or to eliminate 354, and must be approved by the O5 personnel.
Right.
It's 05.
Yep.
So, this is just the containment. Well, let me get into the description of what this thing is. 354 is a pool of red liquid discovered in the northern regions of Canada. The liquid is a consistency similar to human blood, hence the coagulated name, pool, blood pond, or the red pool. But it's not of a biological nature. The pool does not have defined banks. Soil mixes with the liquid, and at a certain point, there is more soil than liquid, and the ground is mostly solid. The liquid becomes denser as one descends deeper into the pool, if the pool has a bottom, which is yet to be discovered. Periodically, entities will emerge from the pool in attempt to escape from the enclosure we have set up. Thus far, nearly all creatures emerging from 354 have been extremely hostile and dangerous.
Oh, okay. Gross.
354 is believed to have first been discovered in Redacted by survivors of a plane crash who encountered 354 by chance. 354 had developed into a local urban legend of sorts long before the Foundation personnel arrived to deal with this threat. After locating the source of the legend, SCP personnel who set up the watch station Epsilon 38 to monitor the pool and deal with future travelers from finding it. 354 was classified as Euclid until its properties were further discovered. At 1403 hours on Redacted, an unidentified entity emerged from 354. Contact with Watch Station Epsilon 38 was lost completely. Mobile Task Force Redacted was dispatched to deal with the entity and were eventually successful. All personnel at Watch Station Epsilon were found dead. Area 354 was subsequently constructed to contain 354 after this event. That is the description of what it is.
I'm already interested.
So
Like, that's just the description, and I'm in.
So there is now documentation of the numerous entities emerging from this thing and what happened. So TLDR, this is a giant pool of red liquid, not blood, that was randomly discovered, and things are just coming out of it. That's really
Cool.
it. Document 354-1-A. Partial log of entities that have emerged from 354 prior to event 354-20. Okay, so there's this will contain 20 different entities that have emerged.
Got it.
And they're all classified as 354-1-2-3. So I'm just going to say them like 1, 2, 3, 4, just so we know which is which. So, 1. Original entity which destroyed Watch Station Epsilon 38 resembled a giant bat, neutralized by Mobile Task Force. 2. Bear-sized mammalian creature covered in razor-sharp spines, resembling an echidna, was virtually bulletproof and was unable to escape the enclosure surrounding the pool. Had to be neutralized via napalm.
Oh my gosh.
Entity 3. A black metallic sphere capable of levitation emerged. This emitted concentrated levels of radiation, precisely directed beams of it sufficiently enough to cripple and later result in death in an instant. Then Area Head Dr. Redacted struck 3543 with a sledgehammer, disabling it. 3543 then self-destructed, causing minor structural damages, even severely wounding Dr. Redacted and Dr. Redacted. They have made a full recovery and have been commended for their bravery.
But the radiation, though.
So apparently he smacked it with a hammer and it turned off the radiation and then it blew up.
Oh, okay. Well, that was lucky.
Entity 4. A humanoid reptilian creature. Approximately 4.6 meters or 15 feet tall.
What the heck?
That's tall.
Dude.
Escaped both the wall enclosure of Area 354 altogether. Gunfire caused little physical harm and was highly ineffective. Mobile Task Force Omega 7, otherwise known as Pandora's Box, was dispatched and was successfully neutralized the creature. They put it in Pandora's Box.
Oh, they put it in Pandora's Box.
So basically, Omega 7 are like a paranormal task force, and they use other paranormal objects to trap other objects. So they took a thing that's like Pandora's Box to catch this thing.
Got it. Clever.
Entity,
it's like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Entity 354-5. Data expunged. Entity 354-6. Appeared to be a human male of Indian descent. As the enclosure around the pool had not been fully repaired, SCP-4-6 was immediately shot before it had a chance to escape, which testing revealed it was just a normal man.
What? It was just some dude?
Yeah, so they were repairing the wall after the lizard thing escaped.
Right.
And I guess the explosion from the other thing. And then just a dude, a normal Indian man, walked out and they shot him.
Well, that sucks.
What are the odds?
I know, but like what? Like he probably thought he was like, I don't know if he got like flushed down a toilet or what, or how he ended up in the red pool. But like something happened. And he was like, oh, that was weird. Poof, like he didn't even get a chance to figure out what was going on.
I'm wondering. See, well, let me read the rest, and then we can speculate on this more.
Okay,
because there's a lot more left.
You're right.
So then, after 6, it then gets corrupted and jumps to Entity 14.
Okay.
Majority of the creature's body remained well beneath the surface of the pool. 5 octopus-like tentacles were seen emerging from the pool and reached up over the enclosure walls. Several D-class personnel were grabbed out of the tentacles and yanked into the surface of the pool. After receiving massive damage from gunfire, 354-14 retreated back into the pool, disappeared. No personnel taken by the creature were ever seen again.
Hate that.
Yeah. 15. A feline creature composed of blue-hued crystalline structure, later revealed to be ice, was able to jump over the wall enclosure and was agile enough to dodge all the gunfire, was actively hostile and mauled any personnel that attempted to engage with it. 354-16, upon its emergence from the pool, was terminated in the fight.
Somebody went all Rambo on that thing is what it sounds like.
But it looked like a cat made of ice.
That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. But think about that. Like some dude must have been all like, the cat's all on him, and he's like, trying to break its neck or whatever. And then in order to win, he like has a blow dryer and it's like
just melts it.
Yeah, just melts it.
Well, the next entity, 16, is a feline creature composed of dark black and stone fire.
Oh,
so the opposite.
Like a lava cat.
Yeah,
it's a lava cat.
It actually appeared to be partially solidified by the magma. Gunfire provided mostly unaffected against its rock-solid hide. Was not hostile towards the personnel, however, and did not attempt to escape the walled enclosure until being engaged by the SCP-354-15, which emerged at the same time.
Oh no. Did they fight?
Successfully terminating 15 and grew less active as its body cooled. After fully solidifying and having remained motionless since, subject was moved to Dr. Redacted's office for aesthetic purposes.
Aesthetic purposes.
So yeah, the fire cat killed the ice cat in the fight.
I see. So that's what happened.
And then afterward, the lava cat turned to stone because of the magma.
It cooled down.
And then the doctor was like, I'm going to keep this thing.
They're just like, I like that. Let me have that.
This would look nice in my reading nook.
Yeah. I think I would like to wake up every morning and look at this thing. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to marry it.
In fact, I'm going to melt it. And in fact, you know what? I'll melt myself. You know what? Yeah. Give me a gun.
Yeah. This is a good plan. I like where this is going.
And that's the effects of the SCP. Never drink the liquid.
And also the effects of the PCP.
Oh, yeah, that will make you eat faces.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
You might adopt a lava cat.
And that's not an SCP. That's just drugs.
That's drugs. We have a whole series on drugs if you want to check that out. Specifically DMT.
And Benadryl the Hat Man.
And yes, and the Hat Man.
The Hat Man. So last entity, 18. Metallic humanoid machine described by several D-class personnel as a Terminator-like entity.
Great.
Subject possessed a cloaking device, rendering it invisible to the human eyes. Subject was likely adept at combat and killed nearly 90% of the area's guards in an attempt to rampage throughout the facility. Approximately 60 minutes after emerging from the pool, subject ceased function and powered down. Subject was dismantled and its power cell was disposed of. Subjects remain under the study. So now...
Well, that was lucky that it just ran out of batteries. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we'd all be toast.
Yes, because I guess just the Terminator came out and was like, I am back.
Basically, yeah. But it was like the Terminator 2 Terminator, right? The one that was like upgraded, or Terminator 3 Terminator that was like upgraded.
Well, Terminator, because he became a good Terminator.
Yeah, it was T1000 is what I'm thinking. Like
that's
upgraded.
the first one.
No, was it?
1000 was Terminator 1. Then it went 2000, 3000.
Was it? I thought it was like Terminator 1 was like Terminator like T500
I don't know. It's
been
so long.
I don't know. It's been a long time. Anyway.
John Connor.
Yeah, continue.
This is a note from the area head, Dr. Redacted, as we said.
Mm-hmm.
That's thrice now that we've fallen back on Pandora's box to deal with stuff coming out of 354. Abel can't complain, though. You can tell he's enjoying the fight with 354-11. Maybe we should set up some kind of hotline to the MTF.
So the MTF are like the Navy SEALs of
the 05.
Yeah,
Council?
they're called just a Mobile Task Force.
Okay.
Oh, Mobile Task Force Omega 7. They mentioned them before.
Got it.
We go into the logs of exploration within the pool.
Oh,
They
good.
send divers.
So wait, does it say if anything came out after the 20th one, the Terminator?
Well, let's find out.
Okay, yeah.
Another note from Dr. Redacted.
It's been 22 months since the last entity emerged from the pool. Before this, the longest period of time before the emergence was 8 months. I suspect this means one of two things. Either the red pool has died, per se, or powered down, such as the last entity. Or whatever the correct term for this is, or charging up for something big that's coming through. The O5 Council believes the former. It has recalled 30% of our total personnel and cut 25% of our overall funding. Why can I hope that they are correct? If the latter is true, we will soon face some terrible monstrosity we won't have anywhere near the forces necessary to deal with. I worry for all of our safety and everyone's sake.
Document 354-4.
Foreshadowing right there, by the way.
Event log 354-20. In the morning of
Data expunged.
the entire staff of Area 354 evacuated the facility. However, the staff also shut down the power to the area and took a number of supplies and vehicles from the facility, indicating that the evacuation had not been done due to an emergency. Mobile Task Force Theta 12 was dispatched to investigate the cause of their immediate evacuation, and if possible, make contact with the area's staff. However, before the Mobile Task Force, the MTF, could make contact with the area or its evacuees, the area's on-site warhead was detonated. I should say every SCP is armed with a active nuclear warhead, so like if they need to just burn it all, they can. So
Okay.
right as they were getting there, that warhead was activated and destroyed the site, resulting in the destruction of the entire facility and the deaths of
Data expunged.
MTF.
Oh, crap. Just innocent bystanders. Somebody's camping, and
Just
then a
like-
nuclear warhead goes off.
Can you imagine? I would just be
No.
like, I mean, it's just like the Fallout show. Have you watched the Fallout show? You don't have to play the games. It's a good show. I think y'all would actually.
I mean, I'm familiar with the concept of the games. I just haven't played it, but I haven't watched the show. What's it on? Where can I find it?
It's an Amazon show.
Okay.
It's
Thanks
through
to our
Prime.
sponsor.
There isn't a sponsor. Don't be a corporate show.
Beast Games.
Yeah. Oh my! If I have to see his freaking face one more time, I just like I remember like seeing an ad for it, like a commercial for it,
I
and
think-
his face came on, and I just got so irrationally angry.
And he's very tall.
He just is he? I didn't know that.
He's taller than you.
How tall is he?
He's 6'8".
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's 6'8".
Yes.
He looks like such a dweeb though.
Because you're 6 foot a billion.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
both of you
6'5".
quit. I am the only 6 foot, and I feel like a shrimp, but I am a big boy.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't look 6'8". That's just crazy.
I
He
could
just-
be wrong.
He is wrong. Mr. Beast is approximately 6 foot and 5 inches tall. Idiots.
I mean, I think he just has a punchable face, dude.
Love you, dude.
Let's move on.
MTF was ordered to make contact and then evacuate personnel in the event of hostility. They were given clearance to terminate any uncooperative personnel. A large convoy of vehicles was taken from the area and spotted heading southward at high speed. Final audio logs from MTF-12 indicated that the convoy was made up of the 354 area staff, and that the previous chain of command had been broken down entirely. The armed D-class personnel and the research personnel fired upon MTF. MTF was annihilated and is no longer in contact with former personnel 354 has been made since. They killed the entire mobile task force.
And detonated the warhead.
Yes.
Interesting.
354-5. Following the total destruction of Area 354, the Red Pool containment site was constructed in its place. Basic maps of the new facility can be found here. Unlike previous facilities, which was focused on research and neutralization of entities emerging from 354, the new facility was devoted entirely to containing 354 and its entities regardless of what they were. And as well as any unforeseen forces that may have caused this directly. Basically, that means even after the warhead was detonated, nothing happened to the pool. It was still there.
Oh, shoot.
Just the facility was gone. But
Well,
the
that
pool
was
remained
a bad
intact.
play.
So now they built an entire dome over it. Just sealed it off. Now
It's like it's the Thunderdome for whatever comes out of the pool. Like you come out, you don't know what's coming out with you, and you got to fight.
exactly.
And
So
then
that-
there's a bunch of people up there, and it's like thunder.
That's
You know?
kind of what it sounds like. Like they
That's
all
awesome.
went crazy, took all the
I'm
stuff.
so about this. This is so cool.
So the last part is 354-6. And this is an interview with Dr. the site head. They found him because he was with the other escapees. They found
Right.
him. So this is a dialogue.
Okay.
Do you want me to send you the link and you want to go back and
Yeah,
forth?
yeah. Send it to me. I can read a part.
Is it alright if I record this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good, good. So, let's start at the beginning. What happened at the Red Pool containment site?
Looking back now, it seems that nobody ever suggested draining the pool. When Dr. came up with it, seems like such a good idea at the time.
Exactly what about the idea was so appealing?
It was a way out. That SCP entry, I've read what it says. It's a joke. Makes it seem like we have a pool under our control.
I take it you do not?
There's a half-meter slab of reinforced concrete in place over the pool, and yet every time some beast tries to come through, somehow it manages to get loose into the building. People die every single time. I've seen
Data expunged.
a man's own intestines. Can you imagine what that looks like, old man?
So to you, and of course the other people stationed at the Red Point containment site as well, draining the pool seemed like a fine solution to the suffering caused by SCP-354.
Suffering? That thing doesn't just...
Please, sit down. This is going on record. So, O5 approved the draining of SCP-354, and then what happened?
They evacuated the non-essential personnel to a location a couple kilometers away. Just basic defense crew, the people who'd run the equipment, mostly D-class, a few agents to keep things running.
And you were amongst those agents?
Yes,
How did they go about draining the pool?
tech guys brought in this big pump thing with all these hoses. We reattached the slab, but
But?
have you ever had a dream where it seemed so real but you knew that you were dreaming? And it felt like you had to wake up to escape from it?
I can't say that I have.
Yes, you have. We all have. That's what it felt like when they put those hoses in to drain it. Everything stopped being real. It was like we had to escape right then and now.
And you were the only one feeling this sensation.
No, everyone had it at the same time. It came from the fucking pool.
Please, lower your voice. What happened when they activated the pump?
We never did. We couldn't. It wouldn't let us.
What wouldn't let you?
The pool.
Please, I ask you to lower your voice.
Up until now, it's been content just throwing monsters at us. It's been playing. But now we have it locked up and we just tried to execute it. Now it's angry.
Guards, please restrain Agent.
My buddy measured its banks at once and compared them to the photos from the first discovery. You know what he found?
Guards!
It's growing!
Guards!
The pool is growing! It's getting bigger and stronger every day. We made it angry. Get your hands off me!
Sedate him. We'll continue this in the morning. If he's lucid by then, anyway.
So, at first SCP, what'd you think?
I think that's a fascinating story. I'm excited to do more of these SCPs, and I will, when I'm not on the spot, do a better some amalgamation of an accent or
I totally
voice,
forgot that was
'cause
there.
I didn't know what accent I was supposed to have, so I changed it a lot. But I do think we should do more of these. I think they were fun. what I'd like to know, personally,
Right.
is what you, humble viewer, would like to see. We can do a lot more of these narrative type things, and I would love to do that. But if you enjoy it, then the best thing you can do to let us know is to, if you're on YouTube, like and comment, subscribe to the channel, and let us know that you'd like to see more of this. If you hate it, like and comment,
Let us know.
and subscribe to the channel, and let us know this sucks. Go back to doing more conspiracies.
Well, guess what? We have those for you too.
Yep, that's not going away.
No, it's not. I will say, also, if you have any SCP recommendations, there are literally 9,000 different ones. So send us some. I haven't seen them all. So
I've actually got one that I think is that I found that was really interesting.
oh, okay.
You've probably already heard of those. It's the IKEA one.
That was going to be my next one. That was what I was going to do today.
Oh, okay. I dug that one because it's real backrooms.
Yeah,
I thought
so
that was cool.
I did some research. I was wondering if that came out before the backrooms, but no, the backrooms image was posted 2011. The Infinite IKEA was written 2017.
But it's got its own uniqueness to it that it's cool. Anyway,
because it has that. We'll cover. We'll read it.
We'll cover it
because there's actually a lot of dialogue we can cover. So.
Yeah, we can do that. Cool. We'll probably practice. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let us know if you enjoyed it, and again, comment and subscribe and all that stuff. We will be back with another episode of conspiracies or cryptids or SCP or aliens or drugs or whatever comes next. You just got to tune in to find out.
Right, and what'd you think about it, Smiley?
The pool being sealed off at the end really spoke to me. Being trapped and whatnot. Not cool. Dickheads.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of felt like we were doing some cultural appropriation there for Smiley.
Yeah.
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 Well, he's just gonna have to deal with it.
You're the one in prison, so
It's for the viewers, Smiley.
it's for the
show.
views. Do it for the vine.
Do it for Zeitgeist, Smiley.
Do it for the zeitgeist. Do it for the zeitgeist.
Yeah,
The actual one.
the real one.
The real zeitgeist.
Anyway,
Bye.
see you next time.
By order of the Oversea Council, SCP-6969 has been deemed locked due to the amount of sex jokes that has been crashing our system.
Oh my god.
That's good. He's going to have to be up in the 9,000s. 96, 96.
Hey, all right, we can do that.
I mean, with inflation,
With inflation, that's about right.
you gotta step it up. It's basically both of you sleep back to back and don't talk to each other.
Yeah, right.